The cow doesn't grow fast enough for man, so through his greed, he makes a faster plan. He makes drugs to make the cow grow quicker. Through the process, the cow gets sicker. 21 different drugs are pumped into the cow in one big lump. So just before it dies, it cries in a slaughterhouse full of germs and flies. Off with the head, they chopped it, drained it, caught it. There it is in your local supermarket, red and bloody, a corpse neatly packed. And you wondering about heart attacks? As black people, a lot of us have the worst diets. We eat we eat things that I can never even think of. There's a saying that, and I've read it a few times, that soul food is really like slave man's diet. Chitterlings. Those are pig intestines. The waste and everything is filtered. It goes through the intestines. People are consuming this, intestines, pig feet, all this stuff that has so much sodium and salt in it, and we're known to have high blood pressure because we eat a lot of these foods. You're eating what your parents are feeding you, so your diet is passed on. If you don't change that, then that's the same diet that's passed on down from generation to generation. Until you change that, there's not enough awareness, in the communities. Also, depending on where you live, if you live in the ghetto or hood, you don't really have access to Whole Foods or supermarkets that sell organic products. They're not really forced to eat it, but that's what's around them, and then they're not being taught any better to change the diet. A lot of doctors don't really know anything about nutrition. They know how to cut you open, stitch you back up, give you medication, because that's all they learn in school. So they don't know. They'll give you a diet that's meat-based and dairy-based and a certain amount of this every day, and then 20 years later, boom, there it is. Does the industry really care? I don't think they have a concern about these issues. So the industry, it's not really up to the industry, it's up to the individual to be educated or educate themselves or learn. I stopped eating pork when I was about 11 years old. I stopped eating beef in 1989. Then I stopped eating fish, chicken, and turkey. Stopped drinking milk, eating refined sugars. Some people even say, when they know you're a vegetarian, the first thing they ask, where do you get your protein from? Because they think you can only get protein from meat. Cows are naturally vegetarians. They eat grass. So cows get their protein from grass. Sometimes people have attitudes, they don't care, or their response would be, well, I'm going to die from something. That wouldn't be my response to something. A lot of the people in my family, as they get older, they either have cancer, they have diabetes. I have two sisters, and one just passed away this year, cancer. And I have another sister who had cancer. It's in remission now. That was a lot of what sparked, my movement.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. I don't think there's a large amount of awareness inside the hip-hop community at all with diet. So, learn more, study more, drink water, educate others.